took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I've never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what the mad for. I just had to do it, got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I got tired of complaining, I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast LA skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant. 52 right here. 66, pull it, let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, Raiders.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
36, 36. Under 10, under 10, 10. Goose. Keep gripping.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Exit. 24 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant. 24 is the mic. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 10. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check the hot read.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, wahoo.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Sam off. Ready?
Stepping up, and it's a fumble. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Open man, it's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Max Crosby in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
58's the money. 58's the money. Stay with your man. Check. Fresno. Buds. 58.
2nd and 15. Benjamin's got it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Kill. Blue dog fortress. Dog. Say bye. Jim. Lock it. Chuck. Set, go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over
Let's go.
first
Do
and
it.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack.
It got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go.
2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Man.
On second down now. Richard, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Break.
Launch 49. Come on, D. Kill.
Go.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch 25. 24 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let it happen.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
At the 46-yard line.
Set. 60 out now. Hey. Five.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Topper. Charlie. Switch. Go. Motion.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Hard. Check three. Hey, they're seeing. On. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down, Raiders.
Now back to throw. And a big one. across here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Jacobs. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Christian, Travis.
Switch.
Look, squeeze.
Watch the shift. Watch the
Hey, orbit. Go. Hit it.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, box drop.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Shit.
You're out. Dude.
2nd and 5. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you accept.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter.
Raiders 24, Chargers 3.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll drop to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 27 yards there, a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Greystone travel.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And now it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Chopper. Box trot. Rip left. Hey, man. Check 24. Squeeze. Get in there. Dog. Safety screen. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here. It's complete right side to Benjamin. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. He'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll look to throw. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen, Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you...
And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A toss play, Gordon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Check.
49, check 49, check 49.
He's coming. Lock it.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Look at me, zipper. Now.
He'll look to throw. Finding room inside the 40. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, lock it.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete from the contact. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Hey, Charlie.
52's the mic.
Yes.
Hey, pick your game up.
Shoot.
Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Oakland, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.